Hey everybody. Well, it's day 92 of my carnivore journey, and I've noticed some things. I just wondered if this was happening with everybody else. I've noticed that I'm starting to get very lean in places, and as strange as it sounds, it seems to be working its way from my extremities to my torso. The first thing I noticed was my feet, and I've had problems with swelling in the past, and then with the diabetes it got worse, and the neuropathy it got worse, and now a lot of the neuropathy is gone. But since I've been on carnivore, I've really lost all the water, excess water that was inside me. And I can see all the bones in the top of my foot now. I can almost see my ankle bones distinctively. Although that was something that I never really had. When I was a kid, I'd see these kids in the pool and they'd have these really cool looking ankles, and mine always seemed to be thick, is a good word. And the bones weren't real pronounced, and that there wasn't the big indentation around the Achilles like thinner people have. I never had that. Even when I wasn't really fat, when I was just a little chubby kid. But I've noticed that coming up now into my lower leg, well, what made the discovery was I was using the bathroom and I had pants on that had an elastic waist, and when I didn't get them pulled all the way down around my ankles, and they were kind of just sitting around mid-calf. And anytime that's happened before in the past, it would leave a big indentation from where there was so much water there. And I realized it, and I moved them, and there was no indentation. And I mean, most people don't really feel their lower legs. They don't scrutinize that place. But this made me say, huh, that's different. So I started feeling my lower leg, and it's about halfway from my calf down to the end of my toes, that part of my body just seems to be dumping fat. If I put my leg out in front of me and flex my foot back and forth, I can see muscles moving in around my shin area in the front of my leg, lower leg, that I've never seen before. And that's something that I've always had, was really thick calves. When my mom would buy me snow boots in the winter, she'd have to take them to the actual cobbler, the shoe people, and they would cut a section out of the back and they would sew a little piece of elastic, because even back then my thighs were really thick. Maybe that's why I hate dresses so much, is because my legs are short and thick. They've always been, and I always thought I looked terrible in a dress. But anyway, I've noticed the same thing in my hands. My hands and my forearms are getting vascular, and the same things happening there. I'm starting to see more veins. My wrist bone is very prominent now. If I pinch my skin up here, that's just skin. There's nothing inside there. I have to get up in this area before I can feel a little bit of fat there. Now, sure, it's here, but I mean, you can see the definition. This is all really lean to where this fat is stored. Now, I'm hoping, since I'm doing intermittent fasting with the and trying to get autophagy, that maybe it will eat some of this over time. I'm definitely not gonna do skin surgery. Oh my gosh. I've seen what happens there. It doesn't look like fun. But yeah, I always had prominent veins in my right hand because this is my dominant hand. But the same thing here. It's harder for me to move this one. I don't have all my range of motion back from when I broke the shoulder. But yeah, there's just this big extension of the bat wing. But I can feel up here, there's still a lot of fat in my upper arm. But it's like from here, this is that hangy stuff that comes after you lose weight. And yeah, I've lost 51 pounds, but that shouldn't make skin sag on me like that yet. So something is happening where my body is making itself leaner from the extremities in towards the torso. I just wondered if anyone else had noticed anything like that, or if I'm just a weirdo, which is very possible. But anyway, leave me a comment if you've noticed anything like that with yourself. And please like and subscribe. Have a good one.